I hope this works. The microphone was muted last time. I thought I was talking to the camera. I just fell asleep and woke up, and I'm up again talking to myself. It's something I want to do, I guess, to show up and talk on the camera, right? I was trying to say a few different things. I don't want to go into anything crazy. I don't want to remember anything. I don't want to see anything different. I just want to make sure I'm okay when I wake up and I can go out the door straight to the stores without getting caught with the crackheads that show up on my corner or around my house now. On the way back, I had two crackheads, adult, a male and a female, that I called the cops on as I was coming to my stairs from the bus. They were in my area by my property, next door across my fence here. They decided while it was raining to stop and smoke their crack, what looked like crack to me out of a glass pipe. So I'm a little disgusted with the thing. I'm quiet. I'm trying not to be happy and peppy and bursting with love and make an ass of myself. I made a foolish video for 8 minutes that I put with my underwear on in bed, sitting here with the lights on, trying to talk to the camera like I was polite. Coming back from the stores I went to this afternoon. I apologize. I don't got anything left to my real creative process. I'm just stuck in the corner. There's nothing here to really work with that I can do anything much for the way I feel right now. I'm so depressed, I guess, is the story. It's a letdown to have my kids not be here. And the scary part is I'm not going to know what's going on now until we find them. If we can find my kid, I might have a bearing to realize what I'm going to say and do for the rest of my life around here, that I can enjoy it and qualify it as being meaningful. My quality for my comments about the government and all this bullshit, well, let me tell you something. I never asked to be on Facebook and be told that this was going to be the way the world was going to turn into the future for me, okay? I don't expect to know how to treat it, and I don't expect to know how to deal with the conversation I'm having with the cell phone with nobody else in the room. And the other thing is I do feel very off-putting about the story that I had to be aged in front of everybody while they were doing digital cameras and coming up with a way to talk to everybody in the world, and then figured out that I was no longer valid or necessary to be part of it. You know, I don't have a part. I don't have a potential, and I don't have a prospect. I got a lot of people who don't like the way I act and haven't for more than a decade or two that they've known about me on the internet. So I'm kind of thinking that this is dry. It's a dry time. I came back with food, a little bit, cookies and pot and stuff to rationalize that I went out the door. It's starting to get more absurd to go out, do things that don't need to be done. I could have food delivered if I wanted my groceries that bad, but the objective isolation and solitary confinement of my bad area that I live in, that I don't appreciate the quality of the community standard around me. I don't appreciate people. They don't feel comfortable or safe to be around me, around my corner. And I am the only outcast in my, apparently, for some reason, it's God's will, but I don't have any means in my community to go shopping around people who aren't black or otherwise on the way on the bus, all the way there. All black. Everybody's black. And I don't want to be more of a prejudice than I have become, but it's starting to get to me that I can't interact with that shit. There's nothing here. Negroes in the South are different. They could be considered nice, but their pedigree of Negro is they are another species. They don't have anything to do with the white people in the United States. That's my finding since coming to Florida from 2016. They're a pedigree Negro in the United States, down in the south of Florida here, that I've introduced myself to after coming from the north, living in New York and Massachusetts, New York most of my life. I recognize the quality control that there's a pedigree Negro, and that would be from the southern states that mingle with the up north people comparatively. The DNA suggests a whole different entity. I know New York City homeless could be pretty rancid and raw, but I'm talking about the general population that's organized, cordial, congenial and considered cultured. It's a species. It's something to do with it's not the color, it's the pedigree. And I don't want to be a Negro. I'm sorry. I don't want to have sex with Negro women and have Negro family members. I don't want it. I'm sorry. I would rather have Asians than Negroes. If I was going to dream delusional right now, talking into this cell phone for no reason whatsoever, that's what I mean. That's what I meant to say. Another thing was Miss Drew Barrymore's on my Facebook wall all the time lately, showing up that she's interested to be on my connections, along with a lot of people that I don't really know or care to understand who they are or why they're there. All right, I'm getting both sides of the fence on my Facebook, trying to interact with me on my wall, where I'm getting the protesters and the Muslims and all these assholes to look like they're nice people every now and then. They're not nice people to me. I want them off my fucking wall. Miss Barrymore is a great looking girl. I knew her back when she was playing movies in E.T., Go Home, and all this other shit when we were kids. That's a great girl. Wish she could have somebody that was normal like me for a guy to have dinner with, but they don't feed people like me. I would be her pet. I would be her celebrity watchdog pet project. That's all they do to you. They put a pet hashtag on you and walk you around a couple of times and shave your ass and make you walk around backwards. Treat you like a fool. I don't expect Mark Zuckerberg or anybody from the radio station, iHeart, or anybody to ever pick me up and give me a time of day because I'm just a psycho on the fucking computer yelling at everybody. The louder, the better, apparently. I'll never have anything to do with Prince, Michael Jackson, George Michael, Elton John, and all the fag music that I used to listen to. I watch my videos sometimes, my history, that I would look at Eraser videos and Elton John, and everybody wanted me to be gay, and I wanted to think the suggestions a few years ago on my watchdog list that I'm on the IP hellhole from the United States government now. Nobody trusts me. I signed papers that said you're gay to look at this porno and all the other obscenity that I've done on my earth since I've been in this apartment, basically, that after coming out of homelessness and losing my son on the street all these years or jail. I want everybody to know I told my own mother one of the last things I said to her over the phone was I can't be gay. I'm not gay. And I kept swearing while I was talking to her, which let me believe that I was definitely off my rocker because I was angry about my son and me being homeless when I was talking to her back in 2023. And in my apartment in Jacksonville, when I finally got my apartment out of the rescue mission there for that 1 year before they threw me out for the 3 days I had there before they started trouble with me. So I want you to know that my porno habits have been nothing more than my left hand and my right hand, which sweat profusely and turned out to be monsters that grab my penis and make me into an animal while they murder me, basically, to death. I'm dying by these two evil hands that I haven't got any control with, like a psychopath. They get possessed, the claw. And it comes from my testicles, from my heart, through the body pain. And I'm keeping it under a dull roar within reason. And I don't need to see another man pretending to be a sissy trainer with a hypno music so everybody could play Elton John for the rest of my life against my will, or Queen, or George Michael. Or how about the fabulous dance bands that I used to, I was into electric music while I was looking at all this gay shit, right? With the trance, right? Because I guess, Lady Gaga, all the gay fag people that are out there in the real world, the Satanists, Chelsea Clinton, all the Satanists, all the elite, all the people making meat cakes out of all their friggin' new prospects that they get everybody to think that they're fabulous with all over the world. All the Hollywood elite. How about all the Bohemian Grove that shows up on my YouTube and my Facebook out of the woodwork? Every now and then it's just in my face that they're talking to you like a delusional psycho that I am. I watch these things. This is for Mark Zuckerberg. I guess this is your education. Is that your training? Is that how you recruit people? To the devil? To the elite? You made me swear at the Pope, everything else. In the past 5 years that I've been talking here, I've been going off my rocker. Could it be roid rage? Road rage? Rash? On my ass? Sitting on the chair rage? Growing my beard? Pretending I'm a man while nobody else sees me that way? And the phone? Talking to itself? Rage? Could that be it? 20 years? Is there a marker? I can't even retrieve my old profiles under my Facebook terms of passwords and username because when I give my license in to reinstate my profiles, apparently it doesn't apply to me. They just want me to have 2 profiles to my record that I could access out of the 8 or 7 or 9 or the 12 that I've had over my decades that I've had Facebook. I can't even access anything. I wanted everybody to know my guilty conscience is that if you look my name up on a search, you'll probably see me as a criminal, a porno actor. I don't know what else is going on, but I know there's a million ways that I'm not there and never have been that have misrepresented my identity from online association. I wanted to say online association should be considered something we were able to retrieve and rectify without anybody telling us it was a big deal. But they won't let us do that. They want us to stay screwed up for the online access, no matter who we say we thought we were going to be in control of. The internet took over. In my career, I probably joined every dating site, adult website, anything you can come up with that had tits and an ass and a vagina that was available to know me. From Russia, China, Japan, I don't know, I must have did it. You know, animal sex, whatever the fuck you think you're going to look at. They even have machete killings in the porno sites. It's insane. Besides child porn and everything that goes along with the suggestion internet. It's a violent fucking place. People suck. I live in a black neighborhood and the only thing I get out of the goddamn thing is a t-shirt and an IP address wrapped with the goddamn fucking government of Florida that monitors all your online activity and lets you know when you walk through the door in Florida. We read your emails whether you want us to or not. Welcome to Florida. I don't understand why we gotta hide anything. We should be allowed to talk like human beings at the bar and have a conversation that should have been an adult conversation a long time before we showed up. You know what I mean? I could rectify, at least remember what the fuck I was doing at the time, to remember why I'm doing it, to reason with the situation. Okay? Let's talk like people. Before I fucking die. I gotta get up in the morning again. By 5 o'clock, this is gonna happen again. By a.m., this is gonna happen again. I gotta endure another night through my nose, sitting here by myself, fucking fermenting. I hope I wake up and don't die. I hope my son doesn't get fucking mutilated, butchered, and fucking destroyed in the street while he's doing drugs and fucking walking around hiding from the cops right now. You know that? I really fucking hope he makes it tonight, too. And wakes up to fucking remember me sometime. Like I'm remembering this. Like I said, Drew Barrymore's on my wall all the time, and she looks like somebody my age. I'm not saying it has to be you. It could have been, should have been, would have been. You gotta be honest. Stop fucking with the public. What do you think I am, a motherfucking cartoon character? What do you fucking goddamn people think I've been? I had to grow up around Sally Jesse Raphael, Oprah, all this fucking feminism. Where the fuck am I gonna show up? No, David Letterman was half fucking funny compared to Johnny Carson. I don't think he was half as funny. I don't think he was half as good, David Letterman. I missed the whole 80s with the suit and having prosperity. I'd like to do something before I fucking expire and die. I got a lot of fucking criteria to fucking be pissed off. There's not a fucking excuse why I should be happy. That's true.